So transition specialists run into problems with people's family because they're concerned about how the working will affect the child's income. Some families are in a tough spot because basically if they get multiple subsidies, say food stamps, housing subsidies, somebody else in the family gets SSI, any income the family gets affects the total income. So I can see that as a legitimate concern. The thing that's unfortunate is that with the SSI program, there are work incentives that people can use and they can increase their income by working. So a lot of the problem is really misinformation or poor information. I won't take away the fact that it is complex, and sometimes to figure out all these subsidies can be difficult, but people really need to get accurate information. Some people view a lifetime on benefits as like a sentence to be impoverished for the rest of your life. And in a sense, that's true, because while it might provide basic needs, the reality is that young people, rather than learning the skills they need to be part of the workforce, connecting with business, developing a network of people that can help them succeed and explore their careers, are basically lying under the radar, trying to maintain that check. The question you'd have to ask is, will that check be available in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? We really don't know how these subsidy programs are going to look in the future. So young people, when they can be learning the valuable skills they need to be part of the workforce, instead are avoiding that out of fear. When people receive SSI when they're children, they get a redetermination when they're 18 years old. So the criteria to get SSI when you're younger than 18 is based on some kind of marked impairment, some functional limitation, either mental health or physical. Now, when the people turn 18, Social Security reviews their case. And this review, the definition of disability is much more stringent. They look at whether or not the person's impairment will ultimately interfere with them earning money. So consequently, and I think it states this in the article, 45% of people who reach 18 are subsequently denied benefits. So the danger in people saying, well, I'm 17 years old now, and I'm going to be able to continue to collect benefits for the rest of my life. 45% of people who are 17 and collecting SSI won't be collecting that SSI check when they're 19. So by avoiding working your way toward commerce, working your way toward being part of the economy, you're a little better than a coin toss that you're going to be able to depend on the security of that benefit. The problem is people don't have good information. They believe in rumor rather than fact. They don't understand that while their SSI check is reduced somewhat by working, the combination of that SSI check plus their pay means they've increased their income, generally by over a third in any given month that they work. They're not aware of key work incentives that youth can take advantage of. Take the student earned income exclusion. People can exclude up to $6,960 a year of their earnings before any of their earnings will affect their SSI check. People can use plans for achieving self-support. They're sometimes called PASS. With a plan for achieving self-support, a student can make an agreement with Social Security where they can save their money towards school, training, some kind of self-employment goal. They can save this money, and none of their earnings will count against their SSI check while they're participating in that PASS plan. So there's lots of ways that people will increase their total income when they work. They just don't get that accurate information, and that's very unfortunate. The first thing is people need to get information. I gave that website before. There's also publications, and you can see the links at the bottom of your screen, that can tell you a little bit more about SSI. So people should be informed. They should know that there is accurate information out there. That, again, in August 2013, the people who provide work incentives planning and assistance will be able to meet with an individual, talk to them about their SSI, their food stamps, their housing subsidy, how their income will be affected when they go back to work. And they can get straight answers, and they can understand what their choices are. The second thing we have to look at is that individuals who are young have a wonderful opportunity they have potential, there's energy, they have an opportunity to really create a life for themselves. But the longer they stay out of the workforce, the more time they spend, for lack of a better word, hiding, trying to protect that SSI check. The longer they're away from the workforce, the less likely they're going to be able to attach to it. And the tragedy could be is that nobody knows what the future of these subsidy programs holds. We don't know what SSI is going to look like in 10 years, 15 years. So if people are believing that my 16-year-old gets an SSI check and he or she is set, that at least they'll have this basic income for the rest of their days, that may very well be a false belief. So I think that if people are willing to learn about work incentives, are willing to see that there's good information out there, they don't have to listen to rumors or relatives or what one friend said to another friend, that they should get the information they need and make informed decisions based on that.